Wow, you mean to tell me I've been on mute this whole time? See, check it out. Does this mob look familiar? Looking like a certain mage, Magi Master, lightning and ice. And there's Scale Cut. Thankfully, we don't have to use reflect rings in this fight, or anything for that matter. We're gonna burn them down. My cuppeth runneth over with ice and fire. Oh. Yeah, so I knew you were supposed to soak those. Huh. Whoops. Yep. Magi Master. That's what he looks like. Yeah, it'd be like that. Just as tough as he was in 6. He says his cuppeth runneth over with something and something, which means I need to get the thing that he doesn't say. So if he says fire and ice, I have to pick up wind. Or if he says wind and ice, I have to pick up fire. Let's summon Carbuncle first. He's trying to make me jealous. Fire and Ice is a decent NES game. Very true. Huh. I'm surprised to know about that one. Bruh, come on now. You know me better than that. Fire and lightning. Ice. Nah, man, we just 80s babies. Takes a king to know a king. Look at this. This is sick, dude. Yep. Way easier. Congratulations. Now this is the fun part. This is where we burn down a lot of mobs. We're gonna burn it down! So my buddy was telling me, he asked me if I've been streaming recently, and I said yes, I've been streaming every night actually. He hasn't gotten any of the notifications. So I was wondering if you were having the same problem, or I don't know how you know that I'm on. Oh yeah, I get notifications every time you hop online. That's how I started watching. Nice. Yeah, so I don't know what was my buddy's problem. I thought it was because I was always doing the stream from the desktop computer instead of the PlayStation. Because once Endwalker came out, that's all I've been streaming. A game so successful that they had to stop advertising and stop selling the digital version. Maybe. But he asked me about it today, so I was like, nah, but I'll ask around. I'm just greeting on everything. Here we go, boss time, baby. Damn. Inferno, also in 6. You came in at a perfect time, my friend. Inferno was also in 6, remember him? I was telling you while we were streaming 6 that they had a Final Fantasy 6 version. And this game is literally a love letter to every Final Fantasy game that was ever made. Like, this entire expansion is pretty much like very heavily inspired by Final Fantasy 4. Even 7, yes. They had Ruby weapon, Diamond weapon, Emerald weapon, all them. Alright, so remember we had to destroy his arms. Alright, so right now, did they do one for 8? Yes, an entire thing for 8. There's an entire raid thing for it. You had to fight Eden, actually. Or, the whole story was based around Eden. There was a part of the planet called, the Empty. And the series of quests that you did was restoring the area back to normal, because it was like a barren wasteland. It even had the same boss music and everything. Not the same boss music, actually. Orchestrated and enhanced versions of Final Fantasy VIII music. Uh-oh. So yeah, this guy's arm. Strength of Inferno's right arm. Alright. You need to kill these things. Yeah! Get out of here, Inferno! I beat you in 6 and in 14. Gonna greed on that, greed on that. Yeah, we got it. They don't even know. They don't even know. And we're already halfway through level 81. Not bad. That's going to be... Where's our challenge log? We did 3 dungeons via the duty roulette. We did 5 dungeons so far. The next XP bonus would be guild heists, but they are very tedious. 10 guild heists. Ugh, but we have to do them. So that means... There we go. Nobody does these. Ah, Rhyme Linald. I see Broadmaster Gate. And is that the envoy from Tapper's Den? Yes, you see. Sir, it all began with Apitus here. I see. It would certainly be a boon to us if the platform was restored to working order. No doubt, so you'll agree to help? On one condition, you must confirm that the platform can be reactivated. We aren't blessed with a surfeit of personnel and resources, you know, thus our reaching out to the tappers to begin with. We cannot waste time and manpower on operations with little chance of success. Rhymelinald, if you are tasked with assessing the current state of Jutunra Platform G, as well as the precise resources we would need to commit to reactivating it, I shall make my final decision on how to proceed only once I am fully abreast of the situation. Yes, sir. In that case, Etros, I will accompany you. Here we go, another accompany quest. You really ought to stop making decisions on Etros's behalf, but I would be glad for the company. Meet us at Jutrana Platform G, if you would. Appius would help me carry the equipment. Ba 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 ba. You say you have a speech impediment. I really didn't notice it. I stumble over specific words, and saying this stuff out loud helps me enunciate better, like with practice, you know? Did you manage to track him down? My earliest memory of this was when in elementary school. I remember this distinctly. Oh, so kind of like a stutter? No, not like a stutter at all. More so. Sometimes it's just like with training. It's just like with wrestling. You need to slow the fuck down. I feel like I talk too fast, and in certain cases, like in this game, for an example, I have to speed through all of the weird pronunciations and just odd words because it's on a timer. It will automatically just keep going. So, I mean, I can read it in my head fine, but saying it out loud sometimes gives me trouble. So I force myself to read out everything because it helps me stay in practice. If you've seen Squid Game, like that old man, he was counting out loud and he was saying to the dude that he does that so he can stay sharp. It's the same thing. Plus, I feel like the more reps I get in of talking and speaking on stream, it'll help me read things or speak in other things. I feel like that would help a lot. Did you manage to track them down? But yeah, when I was little in elementary school, I remember they had all of us have a certain spot in a paragraph or a book or something to read, and I remember one of the words was terrible, and I was so anxious trying to figure out how to say that word. Terrible is how you were saying it. But I remember that was a very vivid memory of me trying to remember how to pronunciate terrible. I was literally in elementary school, probably kindergarten, I don't know. No, I can't remember kindergarten. Well, in any case, I went to school because of my deaf ear for disabilities because they thought I was going to have a speech impediment. I guess I don't know. Maybe it's my terrible Baltimore accent. That's a relief, though this outright refusal of our help is concerning. We came here with the best intentions, but barely a moment's consideration for how the people of Garlemald might feel towards us. I suppose it's only natural they'd be weary. If they won't accept our aid, we can still make their lives a little easier. We'll start by making the area around the granary safer. Were you born with a deaf ear? No. I was 2 years old. I climbed a refrigerator. I jumped off, hit my head, got nerve damage in my left ear, bleeding from the ear, went to the doctor. I think it was a ruptured eardrum or a damaged eardrum or something like that. And I just essentially lived my whole life with a deaf ear. I'm sure there's probably some sort of procedure out there that could fix it. If they won't accept our aid, we can still make their lives a little easier. Oh, wait. So they can gather food whenever they please. Here, I'd like to have this for giving me a peace of mind. It's all in good practice. I don't think I'll make that in time. My grandma was born with a deaf ear. Do you sleep on your good ear? She does. Yes. Excuse me. I absolutely sleep on my good ear. It's the only way I can fall asleep. Surround sound is useless to me. The best way to describe it is that I could tell somebody is saying something to my right side. Yeah, to my right side. Because I could feel the vibration, I guess, if that makes sense. I could feel that something is being said, but I have no idea what it is. I guess the easiest way of describing it would be I sense it. I sense it, actually. That would be an easy way of putting it. So when they say stuff like, you know, your other senses are heightened when you lose one, I would say the closest approximation of that would be, it is because you are trying, you're trying to make sense of what's going on. You're just experiencing those senses in a different way. Oh no. Damn it! Come on! My carbuncle out. There we go. God, I'm so dumb. I got mad at the game for a second. I got constant tinnitus myself. If the room is quiet enough, I can hear it. Yep. I have the same thing. That's why I like to have, that's why I like to have white noise on when I'm trying to go to sleep. That's why I like ASMR so much. I can hear the sounds of somebody crinkling paper, and it soothes me. Because if not, I'm like very aware of the sound of the ringing in the ear. Oh hell, man. Think we can beat this in 30 seconds? "22 seconds? I think you can. Seven, 6, 5, 1. Okay. Now he's dead. So that's fine, but you know what this means? I can't sign up for another thing. Actually, I can. Never mind. Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining me. We're just trying to make sense of this cold and frigid world we got in Garlemald. Getting some EXP from Fates. And going through the MSQ while seeing all the new rotations that Summoner, all the rework that Summoner has. So much fun. How much did this game run you? The original game cost, I don't know, $40, $50. Every expansion has been $40, but the monthly payment is about $12 to $15 a month. And I've been playing this game ever since the PS. Sergeant Grumbles, LOL. What's up? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for laughing at my suffering, at my pain. I must have spent at least $1,000 on this game through the subscriptions and the expansions. And that's not just, I don't buy like cosmetic stuff. I think that's, it's like NFTs. And now there's 3 of us. It's a new high score. But, the game itself was probably, I'd say, $60 for the original base game, and then Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and now Endwalker, 4 expansions. So I would say another $40 on top of all that. So 40, 80. This is Josh. Oh shoot, what up? Everybody loves pizza. You either like pizza or you're wrong. Except for Maniac McGee. Maniac McGee, he's allergic. That's fair. I'm allergic to cats, but I love pussy. Get that puh. Going way out of my way down here. Old book I read in middle school. Huh. Books. Well, I'm right up in his face. How do I miss the days where we had a full crew pumping and tinkering, hold up, phrasing, and operating heavy machinery on a little too steep? Nothing much. I didn't realize FF, XiV, VICMLL was like this. Oh, what? Well, it do be like that. And I love it. I think it's my favorite Final Fantasy. Of all time. Of all time. Top level. I know. At least the exterior seems unharmed. I'll head inside and have a look around. Can you two stay here and make sure nothing large and hungry is waiting for me when I come back? That sounds reasonable, Etros. Let us keep our wits about us. The writing in this game is top notch. It's like Vagrant Story. We get 14 art books all the time at work. For real? Oh shit. Okay. And there's a lot of art to it. Every expansion, every patch, every raid, actually, I'm sorry. They've got new armor. They got new haircuts. What am I supposed to be doing? They're huge and hard. I'll eternally lick the anus of Final Fantasy VI. That's fair. We don't kink shame here. In fact, we celebrate any kind of licking of any or of any parts. But if you were here only if you were only here a dungeon ago, I was actually running through a spot that has a lot of throwbacks to Final Fantasy VI. They had the Magi Master boss and Inferno in the same dungeon. You can check that on the VOD. Apis. How did it look? The equipment appears undamaged, though temperatures are so low that we need to be careful about how we turn everything on again. It's just... What? Is there another issue? Of course there is. We need to find the MacGuffin. In a word, yes, I couldn't find the activation key. With that, there's no way to activate the platform, even if it was in pristine condition. Sick. Very true. Oh my goodness. If everybody wasn't playing Endwalker stuff, I would show off the Kefka boss raid. There's actually a train. Oh my goodness. If only there was a way. Maybe I could do it solo. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, this is like level 35 stuff. The only reason I'm doing this is for the challenge log. This is like old Realm Reborn stuff. When they were just trying to teach you how to play the game. Yikes. No, the combat for this looks stellar. Oh, it absolutely is. It has the perfect, like, cadence. It has the perfect pacing. The cooldowns, the off-global cooldowns. Like, I don't like MMOs. I tried playing World of Warcraft, and it just wasn't my bag. I spent too much time fiddling around with the add-ons and the UI. But the way this game does things, it just completely... It makes it accessible. I tried playing it in 2012, and it was terrible. Yes. Well, it's a legendary story about how this game was literally brought from the brink of the... like, absolutely ruining Square Enix. Sense of hostile presence. Like, see all this? Like, see how slow it all is? This was just to get you acclimated to how to do everything. Oh, we can dispel them all. Bet. Because I'm going to area of effect everybody. And summoners are mobile now. So essentially, like, if you're looking at it right now, Summoner is now repackaged so that it's doing area of effect spells if you choose. So like Topaz Outburst is area of effect, but Topaz Ruin 2 is the single target. So if I wanted to just burn down a single target, it would obviously give me more damage for that one single enemy. But if I wanted to spread it out, I would do the area of effect. Outburst. And that goes across Ruin 2 and Outburst, which is like my standard non-summoned spells. So like for example, Ruin's just a regular old Ruin. And now all these little baby boys are gonna be all blown up. We're gonna give the sage some love. That was adequate. Thanks for the parsley. Well, thank you for group. Look at that. BS. Yeah, this was a Realm Reborn stuff. All right. Back to business. Essentially, 14 is just an amalgamation of all the Final Fantasy numbered games and Final Fantasy Tactics, and I tried to play Final Fantasy 11 many years back. I like how it took 2 months to defeat one starting enemy. Oh my god, yes. One of the most notorious Final Fantasy 11. I've never played 11. I definitely wouldn't have been able to play that game. It's very like menu driven and not very fast paced, which is what I kind of need in a game. But yeah, there is apparently a boss in 11 where it would take hours for it to go down. Its HP was in the millions. Absolutely disgusting. And I think there's still updates coming for 11. They're even trying to send it to mobile, but I guess that was scrapped. And yeah, you know, you'll never see me playing 11. I missed all that story beats. But 14, I don't know, I can't speak for 11, but 14 has the best voice acting, has the best writing, the best world building, the best soundtrack. It is the most massive. Yeah, it has an entire decade's worth of content to go through, and all of it is relevant, and all of it stands on its own. I played 11 on 360. Setting up an account was a nightmare on that thing. It was in 2006. I can't believe 2006 is a lifetime ago. It's now going to be 2022, and I can't wrap my head around that. Oh, I'm running through all of this. Hold on. I'm going to try and do something. Let me try and see if I could pull up one of those fights. I'm going to pull up the train. I'm going to see if I could solo it. I work at the manufacturer in this guard. I once watched Superior, as is his way, dismantle a Magitech armament and put it back together again. He succeeded in bypassing the verification mechanism required to activate the machine by rewiring it. I was wondering if something similar wouldn't be possible with the platform. That's something a second-rate thief would do, like Locke. Well, he's a treasure hunter, actually. Well, beggars can't be choosers. Save your chief engineer appearing out of thin air. It's likely our only option. You got a point there. Far be it for me to turn down a proposal from an esteemed colleague. I'm so glad to have you at my disposal. That's the spirit, I suppose. As soon as I'm done out of this dialogue, I'm going to see if I can bring up the ghost train fight. I shall return to camp to inform the quartermaster of our plan. He should be willing to spare an external power source and a few other tools if I vow to return them soon, perhaps even some extra pair of hands. That leaves me to open up the control panel, rearrange a few things before Rhyme Linald returns. In the meantime, I'd thank you to keep an eye out for anything that might eat him on the way back. There were never so many beasts around before, but they've gotten comfortable without us trapsing back and forth across the ice. A little too comfortable, if you ask me. Alright. Look, I'm going to go into the duty finder. Well, first I'm going to go and change my job to Paladin. Because he's my boy right now. My Pally is my boy. I'm going to go into duty finder. I'm going to clear the selection. We're going to go to the trials. Look at all these trials. These are all boss fights. Alexander. These are raids. Stormblood. Choo-choo, you hear that, boys and girls? This is the sound of the Suplex A train meme train. Oh, we going all the way on there. We going all the way. Sigma. That is not it. This is 5. Yes! And there is the paintings, Realms paintings. There is the continent, the floating continent, and then Kefka. Oof. Ooh boy. We're going to do the train. We're going to go for the train. And I'm going to make it... I've never done this before, so be patient with me. Join party in progress. A restricted party. Participate in the duties without meeting the minimum party member requirements. Okay. Silence echo. Explorer mode. Hold on, I can't do that. There we go. Yes, perfect. Revisit a dungeon in its completed state. Available only for selected duties completed by the player. Only party leader settings are applicable. So, the hell with that. Alright, we're going to go. We're going. Let's go. Sigmascape. If I can do this, we're gonna do the whole Final Fantasy VI raid for you guys. Hey, here we go. Final Fantasy VI train hype. I'm gonna turn up the volume on this one. Yeah, boy. Alright, so these ghosts are going to do something, but I forgot what. Oh yes, the spotlights. I think they kill them. I think I have to cast them over here. Oh, absolutely. This is old content. Because I'm so OP. Like, I'm level 84, fighting the train. Okay, so now Spotlight needs to go on me. There you go. Saintly Beam, got him. Eat shit, ghosts. See if I can heal up. Clemency. I don't know what this does, I forget. Alright, so now these ghosts are gonna... Yep. Do you get loot and XP from running the same raid? Not when you're in the... Not when you're doing this. But let's just say you were to run with a team. Like, I don't think anybody's going to be playing this content right now. Oh, it is super fun. If I had an actual matched party, then it would give me XP and loot. And the loot is specific for the type of raid that you're running. All right, multiple mobs here. We're gonna use our area of effect attacks. Diabolic Wind. Alright, we're going to do the area of effect magic spell. Holy Circle. I don't know what that is. Oh, that makes me jump up. Yes! Look at this hot shit. From Final Fantasy VI to this. Ain't that fucking crazy? I should have attacked it faster. Alright, these ghosts are now out. Probably gonna crisscross applesauce. Nope. They're all coming for me. Aw, jeez. Aw, jeez. Aw, jeez. What happened? Oh, they caught me. I gotta go inside the train now. Oh no, I died, I guess. Alright, I'll get him this time, even with the echo. The echo is like a buff. So if you're having a hard time, the game will be like, hey, stupid, have a buff. Proximity attack. Go over here. Shields and heals. Nothing I can do about that. Yep, gotcha, bitch. So a paladin, okay, so if you notice in the upper left, the focus target, eventually it'll start saying that certain things are going to happen, like it's going to do an attack. If I do something that will cause it to dampen the attack, go this way. So that's everything on my upper left cross hotbar right there. Go all the way over here. And then all the way back. Acid rain, remember that attack? Yep. Now it's going to attack head on. Nope. Comes to the side. That's so cool. It looks just like it. Gale cut. You see, it's only better when Shadow's hitting it off of a proc. Oh, I forgot. Alright, I gotta run to this chimney. Did better than before. Why? 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 What happened? Yo, I ain't doing this again. 15 minutes, huh? A duty fighter penalty will be incurred in the following cases. If you are the first to leave a matched party before the duty is complete, you are the first to leave a performed party in less than 10 minutes. Yeah, whatever. Because it's not even about that. I have to take care of my dunderhead child. I need a pause button. Don't let the thoughts loiter at your doorstep. Oh. We'll take care of the kiddo, and we'll be here. But you know what, though? We're gonna do Kafka. His posture, the change is slight, but it shifted somehow. Keep an eye out for his tricks. Alright, so because the question mark is there, his blizzard is going to hit outwards. Yep. The game teaches you, if it's a question mark, then go inside of the area. Because he's a trickster. Quick now, make your peace with death, because I'm making your death with all these pieces. Oh yeah, boy! I know you've heard this one before, see? Oh, shoot. Ah, yes, I have. But yeah, that's Kefka in his 4K glory. You see, there's no question marks there, which means the blizzard attack will go inside his area of effect. Then the fire, I think it just hits. Thunder's gonna stay in there, in the things. Yep. Yeah, he did the laugh at the beginning of the fight. Next time I wipe, listen for the laugh. I'm sure I'll wipe. Oh, yeah, it pushes me. You better wipe, don't want to itch. True. Always wipe your bee-holes, kiddos. Oh, that's right. Oh, there's the Warring Triad statues back there. The Warring Triad statues at the end of the world. Yikes. Oh yeah. The whole final boss of 6 is these 3 towers. It's the Warring Triad as a giant tower. And you fight eventually up towards the very top, which is Kefka. Just like this. There's Goddess. Alright, so this one's gonna push me, I think. Alright, the lightning will be inside of there. With Kefka, you have to look at the things and then see if he's kidding or not, if it's the opposite. So you have to think like doubly much. You have to think like, is this really what he's doing or is he doing the opposite? Alright, so he's attacking the right side, and then also, the thunder will be inside. Yep. we go. Uh-oh. Can't look, can't look. Okay, good. I have to look at it. And stay in there. Eve Maria. Nice. He's gonna teleport. And he's gonna zap him. If it lasts longer, then... Oh, no! I ain't doing all that again. But yeah, if Josh was still here, I'd show him... which one's 8? Which one's 8? This is 1. This is Final Fantasy 1. That's 4. I think that's 4. Oh, this is all the same but Savage. Excuse me. Hey, I was going to show you Final Fantasy VIII, actually, now that you're back. Welcome back. I want to show you Eden. Should be in Trials, I think. Stormblood, Shadowbringers. This was in the most recent one. Let's see here. Primals, primals, primals. Which one has... I want to make sure I find the right one. I think this is it, yes. Eden's Gate Descent. Never played through 8, made me video game gassy. Bro! This one's for C. I'll bring it back to the to Realm's painting. This isn't it. That's fine. How am I not level? Oh, you need a requirement for that. That is Titan. No, that's Titan. This might be Eden. You literally get Eden's breath attack on here. It ain't nothing. Cause here we go. We're gonna fight some paintings. Let me know that I haven't won any of these things by myself, even though I'm 82. And I have to use... Yep, Bob Ross. I have to use a paintbrush. Now, hold up. What's up, lady? You're looking a little naked underneath them vape clouds. Yeah, so I have to do something to each one of these paintings. And also, there's paintings over here. So that's a mechanic, too. Alright, let's find out together. You can always use the odorless paint thinner. Charter Nook, let's go. Oh, this is for when okay. This is for when they go inside of the paintings. Possession. Going inside the fire. That's rock. I don't know what this is. Fire resistance up. Yes. Is that the painting wall lady I love and hope she accepts my offer of marriage? It is. She is your waifu. Charter Nook is your bae. And I respect that. Maybe one day Senpai will notice us. Release. I don't know what that is. Okay, so this is rock. I think I need to fly for this one. Yeah, because earthquake. It's going to cast quake. Watch this. And because I'm floating... Okay, it still hurt me. A portrayal of Earth, the ground shall rumble. I'm pretty sure that there'll be no way that I can conceivably win any of these raids by myself, even with the Echo. And the Echo's like a buff, so you can clear content like this. Alright, so what is it going to do now? Alright, space or water. I'm gonna die. As you can see, I'm not even making a dent in their HP. I'm just trying to see the pretty lady. Alright, he's going in the Rick and Morty. I'm Typhon. Just hanging out. Oh. Yeah, I'm dead. Go for it again. Do it again. Increase by 60. Let's go. Oh, I got 3 Good run so far. Down to 86%. Why am I hurting? Why are we all hurting? Pain without love. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Alright, enough of that. Just for you, see, I'm gonna find the Eden boss fight. Final Fantasy VIII style, baby. Just gotta find it. Why do I think it's this? We'll find out. It's not it. Or is it? Hold on. I think it is. I think it is. We'll find out. Tank Buster. Goes to the corner, does that big thing. That's a lot of dodging. Your boy ain't gonna make it. Oh shit. I don't know if you're ready for this, C. I need some MP. I'm ready for anything except bears. Hey, bears are scary as hell. Oh shit, unto dust, whatever that is. Yep, thought so. In rage. Alright. Had enough of that. Alright, back to business. Let's keep it moving. I am 3/4 of the way to 85 on my pally. I have 10 seconds for my chocobo. 7, 6, 5. I'm sure if I had a full party, then I'd be able to do a little bit better against all that. But literally nobody's playing that content right now. I've done all I can for now. I even caught the end of your battle with those creatures. Spectacular. Ready to get to work, I hope? Of course, all that's left is to engage in a bit of Ishgardian skullduggery. I'm not sure I care for that turn of phrase, but very well. We'll attach the power devices, which should allow you to utilize the control panel. Thrilling. This place will be up and running before you know it. Just stand back and watch the master at work. Bringing warmth. To Ishgard. Not really. Ugh. It worked, yes. You bet it did. There's life in the old girl yet. Of course, there's still a lot of work to be done to get it ready to extract and refine ceruleum, but we're off to an excellent start. Which means Garlemald just took its first steps on the road to recovery. I cannot thank you both enough. I'll be feeling that thrill for days. Fortunately, I am to have such brilliant new friends. I'm pleased that this plan was a success after all. I appreciate your seeing it through to the end. I can leave the rest to the engineers I brought with me. They're more than capable of keeping the place operational until we're prepared for the next phase. Now, let us all return to camp and inform Estelat of our triumph. All the way back at Camp Quirkenglass. Let's go. Estelat. I knew it. We're going to help the Garleans out, and then they'll help us fight the Asians. Do I want to go to that? That fate? Yeah, I do. Summoner, please. Uh-oh. I don't think I'm ready for this. bring my chocobo out for this one. Alright, I'm not gonna make it. Need to know when to fold them. And when to hold them. You already know. What up? None of my business. None of my business. I'm sure we'll be climbing into that eventually. Alizé! Let's advance this MSQ. Etros and Julius. We arrived just before you did, and too late. Too late for what? What's happened? It's Lord Quintus. He took his own life. After the news about the 10th, he relieved us of our duties. Then when he was alone, he... No, he wouldn't. Thancred and the others, assisted by the soldiers, have seen to the remains. In due course he shall be legatus. Shall the legatus be afforded something. He released us from our duty. He wanted us to be free to choose our own fate. Without him to guide us, duty. Bunch of bitches, they just simps. I'll have just this moment spoken to. We're ready to commence the transfer of refugees here from Camp Broken Glass, should they be willing to accept our aid. Some would rather die. Songs and standards be damned, we just want to live. They are like Ronin. Yep. Ronin warriors. We'll need to speak with the refugees if they have to decide for themselves. They have to decide for themselves if they wish to come with us. If any would prefer to stay, we would have the supplies brought over for them. It'll be a hard journey for the others, but we'll see that they reach our camp safely. My man's Big Sad over here. We real sad boy hours. Ugh. These giant headphones are so uncomfortable. Excuse me. Damn. Gotta repair all of my gear. It was only ever a dream, wasn't it, to think we could reclaim it, rebuild it all ourselves. Before this all began, I sent my wife and daughter away to the provinces. If there's a chance I might see them again, I'll take it. So take me with you, please. Well, got the aetherite sorted in the end. All it took was a few adjustments, and now it works as well as it ever did. From what I can tell, the one in Laterum is also functioning as normal. That's where you lot are staying, isn't it? Now that most of us are packing up and leaving this place, I reckon there'll be more use for me and my skills over at your camp. Oh. We are tuning, baby. Yep. That means we got more quests to do. What do you want? Hold on. You seem a rather dexterous sort. Perhaps I could persuade you to take on a task for me. I trust you are aware that ceruleum tanks can be salvaged from downed Magitech weaponry, yes? Excellent. As it so happens, I have just finished scouting the perimeter of the station, looking for any machina that aren't yet completely destroyed. I thought my work done, but word has reached me that some war machina have recently come to a grinding halt nearby. As much as I would like to investigate this report, I worry the things may not be completely out of commission, that they may have life enough left to strike a killing blow. If you are willing, search the area northwest of the station for a dormant war machina and pilfer the tanks of ceruleum for me. See if you can succeed where I have so egregiously failed. Egregiously. You there. Yes, you. You can't hide those hands from me. I can tell they've seen their fair share of hard work. So what say you doing an old engineer a good turn, Little doubt you've noticed the terror these mindless Magitech drones inspire among the people here. All that indiscriminate killing and whatnot will do that, I suppose. I mean, to fiddle with those nasties' innards, repurpose them to our ends in some manner. Which is where you come in, my new friend. Capture for me an automated Magna rotor. A cement chain ought to be enough to tame the Machina menace, provided you have brought the murderous thing to heel first. Go on with you. Let us see if you're grit enough to bring me what I ask. My least favorite quests. Type where you gotta burn them down and then hit them with an item. Why? This is where it happened. Best not to dwell on it, not when there's work to be done. There's something about the darkness that just deflates the spirits, wouldn't you say? We have plenty of lights, yes, but they use the same fuel as the heaters, and not freezing to death places somewhat higher on the agenda than making the place look nice. As such, I've taken it upon myself to craft lanterns that use other sorts of fuel. I was, once upon a time, a technician in the Imperial Army, so provided I have the glassware, I'm more than capable of the task. That's where the trouble lies, though. Such items are in short supply, and while I know where in the city we might scrounge up some, I wouldn't dare march into the sea of Magitech weaponry. Perhaps you can go in my stead. Just northwest of the station you'll find a tavern and perfumery, or what's left of them anyway. Somewhere among the ruins you should be able to find wares suitable for our lanterns. We quested, boy. Good day, Atros, I say. Is it your stomach which drew you here? For I am just setting about the business of dispensing meals. So much has transpired in so little time. 'Tis hardly a wonder that so few citizens can sleep for more than a fistful of hours. And that is why I have taken it upon myself to feed these people with an Ishgardian soup, one that always helped calm my nerves when I was a child. Though it won't fix all that ails these poor souls, it may provide to be some comfort, surely. Here's the rub, though. I lack the hands needed to see it delivered in a timely manner. Might you assist me? Of course. You will. You are a hero of the people indeed. Here are 3 bowls of piping hot soup. Could you see that those around the station who appear especially woe-begone receive some? What in the world is that? For pity's sake, get it away from me. You'll make me sick with all that foreign trash you louts call food. Oh, enough. What are you, some 2-gill salesman? I'll take the damnable thing if it'll shut you up. Oh my. That is nice, isn't it? And so warm. What the hells are you looking at then? I got my food, now off with you. What? Afraid I'll run off with the bowl, are you? I'm not that hard up as to resort to stealing. I can get it back to the cook just fine on my own. What an asshole. So first you march into... When you can look up the video game years on YouTube, it's like I love the 80s on VH1, but all video games, and they cover every year. Nice! Oh, hell yeah. But let me tell you something, you little weasel. I spit on your charity. You hear? Spit on it, so you can take that soup of yours, stuff it where the sun don't shine. Hell yeah. Then die. Then die. Then die. Be cold, bit. A moment, good sir, if you have one to spare. My daughter is taken ill with a menace of a cold. She can hardly keep even a bite of food down, though I know a simple bowl of kasha will be easy on the stomach and be enough to sustain her. Unfortunately, I lack the buckwheat seeds the recipe calls for. The abandoned market ought to have what I require, but I do not fancy my chances in a place so dangerous. Besides, I dare not leave my girl alone for an extended period. This illness of hers waxes and wanes from moment to moment, and the last thing I want is to be away when her fever spikes or a coughing fit assails her. Please, could you help? You will. Oh, you are merciful, kind soul. Here, I shall mark on your map where the seeds are like to be found. Giving the containers a thorough once-over should soon yield results. What is this? Soup, you say? That's very kind of you. It's been far too long since I've had a hot meal. I can't rightly remember the last time. Let me guess, this is an Ishgardian recipe, isn't it? My mother used to make something similar once upon a time. It was a red soup well known in these parts. Thank you for bringing me this reminder of happier days. Days I hope to see return to our country. Ah, there you are. So how did you fare? Did you manage to deliver the soup like I asked? Oh, turned away by one surly citizen, were you? That's unfortunate, although not entirely surprising. The people here have been through more than most. I'm not a stranger entire to their pain. When Ishgard was in dire straits, I too found myself fatigued beyond measure, my spirits in the doldrums. I was hanging on by a quickly unraveling thread, it felt, and hope was nothing more than a risible dream. But it was at the holy stables when a woman, one I had never before met, offered me a simple bowl of soup. I was in such a dark, foul mood at the time, but one sip was enough to turn my whole world around. I felt alive again, like I had purpose once more. I thought to emulate that charity. Do for these people what that kindly lady did for me. But you know what they say, even the best laid plans and all that. Well, I won't let one fractus local dampen my spirits. I'm only sorry you had to deal with them. Yeah, we did it. It's you, the one who treated me with such kindness. I heard from the others that you're not from around here. I thought that you were one of us. Not that it makes much difference now. Pure bloods, migrants, savages. After a while, those words start to lose meaning until all you're left with is anger and fear and hate, and I'm too tired. If you and yours have come to offer aid, I'd be glad to accept. We have much to discuss. Our rescue, the attack on Camp Broken Glass, what we had hoped to talk about with Quintus. Woo, just got paid. That's right, direct deposit, baby. But all that can wait. More urgent matters demand our attention. Are there any of the refugees willing to come to our camp? Thank the 12, thank the 12. You and I should go first and secure the route back to Camp Broken Glass. With all the creatures and tempered sulking about, I expect we'll have our hands full. This should come in handy. Conqueror's Chain, courtesy of our own Luminsian friends. I'll save it for the tempered, though. I'll mark a few points that need surveying on your map. Once you've taken care of the riffraff, we'll meet back at the camp. Look at that wind-up Bismarck. He's a little whaley boy. He floating. We out here floating. Alright, so look at all of this stuff we gotta do. Whew. Good thing we're attuned. Why, if it isn't you, the Warrior of Light himself, the Navigator, was good to bring you to us. For we've, on our own hands, something of a conundrum, one perhaps you can solve for us. It involves this mysterious letter, you see. Not sure where it came from. Suffice to say, we found it when we were laying some of the dead to rest. Our thinking is that it fell out of one of the deceased's pockets. It's only right the missive's delivered to the proper hands. The dead need to say their piece after all. Only thing is I've been ordered elsewhere, so I can't look into it myself. Do you think you could take it over for me? If you could spare the time, I'd like you to look for this here letter's recipient. Bit of pain, I grant you, but our best and only bet at this point is to ask the locals around the station. See if they've any clues as to who it might be for. If you do manage to find whom it's addressed, tell I'll tell Higo. No. I'll make sure to bring her up to speed about everything we've discussed here before I have to move on. More quests, boy. Oh my god. I'm not gonna make it. It's almost 2 o'clock. Excuse me, sir, have you seen a little boy with hair similar shade to mine? He's my son. I can't find him anywhere. It all started when I told him we ought to seek refuge in your encampment, and he started wailing and sobbing like I've never seen. Next thing I knew, he was running hell for leather goodness knows where, and I'm worried he might have left the station altogether, and the streets above are rife with danger. Please, could you find him for me? Oh, you will? Bless your heart. If I know my son, he's probably tired. Try to return to our house to the north of Platinum Novum. Try there first before anywhere. He'll be easy to recognize, I should think, with the color of his hair and all. Oh my god. We've got all this to do. Ugh. Thank goodness you're here. We've received an urgent request for aid from one of our own via Link Pearl. Alas, we could not make out their location, though it sounded as if they were in the throes of a fearsome struggle. We've sent out scouts to ascertain his whereabouts, but they're few in number. Might you aid their efforts? Your cooperation is much appreciated. I bid you begin your search near the Cenaculum Imperialis. Our fellows have yet to explore it. Should any tempered Imperial forces attempt to waylay you, I ask that you merely subdue them, not kill them. To that end, I offer you this powder. It shall render any hostile immobile for a time. Oh my god. Ugh. Yep, I'm going back into town so I can be in a sanctuary so I can get rested XP. An unaddressed letter, you say. Could it be from my sister? Give it to me. Let me see. No, this isn't her handwriting. And I had so hoped it would be. She was taken before her time, and I never even had a chance to say goodbye. A letter without an address for a recipient, you say, may I? Forgive me, even a cursory glance makes it plain that this wasn't penned by any relation of mine. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help to you. Good luck in your search. An unaddressed letter? Could it be? Quickly give it here. I knew it. Yes, this is the handwriting, all right. I would know it anywhere. Thank you for bringing it to me. No, wait. Please don't go yet. I would like a friendly face about me while I read it, if you wouldn't mind. We humans have a tendency to become trapped in the past, refusing to move on. I implore you to not let this happen. Now is the time for you to look forward and rediscover love and all of the other joys of life. I can practically hear his voice in my ears as I read this. We promised that we would be together until the end of our days, through thick and thin, and yet here I am, alone. Look to the future and trust that there's always more light ahead. Yes, how right you are. Thank you. I'll take those words to heart. You have my sincerest gratitude, and please give my thanks to the one who found my darling's letter. I'm gonna sell some things. Yeah, I had a feeling. Ugh. Where's the summoner? Oh. Oh. 525, huh? Wait a minute. Summoner. Oh, I can't equip it yet. What was I doing? Selling stuff. Okay. Alright, I can't do anymore. I'm tapping out. See, if you're still here, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate ya. Until next time, take care.